brand new CD, Heavy Word User, which is some odds and sods and old recordings from the 70s that he's brought back to life.
Yeah.
Don, what are you going to sing for us next?
Well, let's see here. Let's try this one. I've worked up a new arrangement of this. It's a very odd song. I refer to it, yeah, you know, but some people have...
well, some of your songs are odd. That's what
yeah,
makes you Don Sanders.
Yeah. This is, you know, we were experimenting with different personas back in the 70s. And I can't compare myself to David Bowie, or, I'm not trying to assert that I'm David Bowie or Lou Reed, but you know, we tried different persona. You know, David Bowie with his Ziggy Stardust, and I remember one night going on stage at Anderson Fair, actually in December, right before Christmas, and wearing a Dolly Parton wig and a sequin jacket and blue jeans skirt, and going on his Delta Dawn instead of Delta Dawn,
nice.
And doing Honky Tonk Women and He Thinks I Still Care, and so
you tore down the house that night. Too,
yeah, actually, yeah, we did. Yeah.
Now, have you done, since you were so successful that night? Did you ever do it again?
I did it one other time, but Liberty Hall wanted me to like go totally that, you know, and
the makeup and the full works.
Yeah, and I it didn't appeal to me to totally take on that persona, even for a year or two.
Right. Now, would your wife kill you if you did that today?
No, she would.
She'd just say,
yeah,
"Oh, Don, go ahead, do your thing." That's great. Right,
she'd be embarrassed probably, but
it wouldn't be the first time.
No, indeed.
Right. Well, we'll be looking for that performance. Don, what are you going to sing for us today?
Anyway, that's the intro to this song.
Okay, great.
We'll see if we'll see if I can do it. It's on the CD, but this is one of the ones that Rocky plays on. But I'm doing it in a real different arrangement.
Sure.
Fruit, squeezed and dropped, bruised fruit, got my mushy spots. You could use me in a jam, let your tongue uncover what a favor I am. You can moisten my skin, turn my good side up. I'm a bargain, please pick me up. 'Cause I'm bruised fruit, squeezed and dropped. Bruised fruit, got my mushy spine. Let your tongue uncover what a favor I am. Sunday is worst market day. Only unwanted losing decay. There's a sagging tomato. There's a lettuce gone red. There's a crushed pecan, banana that's split, bruised fruit, squeezed and dropped, bruised fruit, got my luscious bomb, so you could use it in a jam that your tongue uncommon. What a favorite ride. That you
Beautiful. Don Sanders live in the KPFT studio. That was great. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Thank
bet.
you.
Your great grandfather was one tough hombre, right? It was
well,
a Harris County sheriff.
He was a Harris County deputy sheriff, and yeah, I didn't know about this until one of my parents died, and I went to settle the will, and the lawyer told me that my great grandfather roped a bear. He was well known for having roped a bear, and I don't know any more of the story than that. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It was very dangerous. You know, cowboys did that kind of.
Trying to be tough back then.
Well, you know, they showed off, and it was very dangerous because if the bear, if you didn't rope it exactly right, the bear could kind of come after you, grab the rope, and kind of pull you in.
Now, was that the great grandfather that was from Florida? Was it the same guy?
He was the son of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was born here in Texas. So where the heck did the bear come from?
There were bears, and may still be occasionally see them, but there were bears in East Texas all through the big thicket.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, up until the early part of the 20th century, they were still killing bears. You know, bear hunts over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, I mean, if you've read Faulkner's The Bear, the big thicket is actually part of the same forest that's there in Mississippi and Alabama. Yeah.
Okay. I found an article that was an interview with Lyle Lovett, and in that he talked about some of his, I guess after A&M, or maybe like right at the end of his A&M stint, he had a little career in journalism and interviewed Michael Martin Murphey, Nancy Griffith, Willie Nelson, or Willis Allen Ramsey. Mm-hmm. But you were the first guy that he ever interviewed. Right.
My recollection is that Lyle was a journalism major, maybe a minor in German, and German language. And yes, he interviewed me, and I don't have it with me. Actually, somebody else has my scrapbook right now, but I think John Wilson, who produced this recording, has done a PDF file of that interview and put it up on the internet.
Very nice.
Of the article that Lyle did in the Battalion.
That's great.
The Battalion is the A&M newspaper.
Sure. And, you know, also in that article, Lyle Lovett said that you were a big influence on him.
Yeah, I think I taught Lyle everything not to do. I think that's what Lyle learned from me, probably.
Did you meet him for the first time over at Anderson Fair?
I think so. Okay. I think that's where I first met him. Probably, yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and there's pieces of that history on the film For the Sake of the Song.
Right, which is a really sweet movie, yeah. And people can buy that. Can buy a DVD copy, and if they do, it's just wonderful because it helps pay for the DVD for the movie being made, and it, actually I might get a nickel in royalties.
Right. That's fantastic. It's a great film, and it is the history of Anderson Fair, and Lyle Lovett, yourself, Nancy Griffith,
everybody's
in it, and there's some great old footage of you guys playing over there. And,
Lucinda, Shake. Who else?
Eric
Jack
Taylor.
Elliott, Eric Taylor. Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah.
Some great stuff. We have Don Sanders live in the KPFT studios, and you went in front of City Council not too long ago and sang them a song.
Yes. You know, we were right up to the deadline of the end of of trying to influence City Council to approve the last 3 historic districts that were up for approval, Heights East, Woodland Heights, and Glenbrook Valley. And I thought, I've sung in front of City Council before, back in the 70s. I went before City Council in opposition to drilling for oil in Herman Park, our Memorial Park, which had been proposed. And wow. And we managed to prevent that. So I thought, I'm going to write a song. So I sat down and, decided to try to write a song, and had to abandon the first couple of efforts. But came up with a song and went before City Council, I guess, 2 weeks ago, and sang it. And it's interesting, City Council, to see City Council kind of go from stone-faced to smiling and tapping their feet. Yeah, and it seemed to please people. Somebody posted a note on this website called Swamp Lot, which is concerns Houston real estate, but not just from a real estate point of view or sales point of view. Somebody posted a picture of me at City Council, and the caption was, "When this guy stood up with guitar, my crackpot alarm went off." But big surprise, talented and witty.
That's great.
It was very sweet.
Fantastic. Are you going to perform that song for us?
Well, no.
Okay.
I brought the words and might try it in a moment, but I think we don't want to talk them to death. But we were successful. They did approve those districts, which is great.
Okay. Yeah. You are going to do another one for us, right?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. You ready for that now?
Sure. Huh?